Peace family, thanks for tuning in with me today. For those of you who chose pile number 1, this is your reading. And as you well know, the topic is messages that the energies are sending to you in your dreams. Okay? And maybe, depending on what the cards show, we could talk about, or we can identify which energies are sending you the messages in your dreams. Okay? If it's your ancestors, your spirit guides, aliens, we'll figure it out. So we'll start with the tarot cards. And we'll get to the oracle cards after. All right, so the first one we have here is the Two of Water. The second one is the Ace of Water. Wow, and the last one is the Four of Water. All right, so we got a lot of cups energy here. We got a lot of emotions. Some of you could be dealing with, heartache or relationship situations, could be friendship situations, things that are of the nature of the heart, and things that hurt your heart, things that make you happy, things that make you feel full. I'm hearing already that some of you should be doing some meditations that deal with opening up your heart chakra. I feel like sometimes when you feel conflicted about what it is you need to do where a relationship is concerned, or with regards to matters of the heart, it's in your dreams that you will find your answers. So you can also, how to tap into your dreams. Some people have dreams and they can't remember them. I'm one of those people. I can remember it when I wake up, and then 3 seconds later it's wiped clean. I don't remember. A good thing to do with that is to find a dream journal and write. If you wake up in the middle of the night, write down your dreams, what you can remember, anything you can remember. In the morning time when you wake up, write down anything you can remember, and keep that up for a good amount of time, maybe a month. And eventually you'll either start getting good at remembering what was in your dreams and it will become easier to you, or you'll start to see a pattern in what's in your dreams. So this is 2 cups, Ace of Cups, and 4 of Cups. So I'm feeling like some of you those of you who are in a relationship have been feeling kind of blasé about the relationship. Maybe you've hit a stale patch where you're not quite sure what you want to do with the relationship, if you want to continue it, if you want to leave it alone, or how you can kind of bring back the spice and bring back the love in the relationship. And for those of you who are single, you're just feeling like now's the time. Maybe you want to move into something more long-term, and maybe you've just been casually dating and you're feeling down because you're not really, connecting with people on the level that you want to. What the ancestors or the energies, I said ancestors, but it may not be, but what the energies are letting you know is that the universe is going to start working with you. They are going to start making things change for you. They're going to basically, hand you better fortune, let's say, in the love department. And you'll be guided through your dreams, those that you can remember, on what it is you need to do to be happy with regards to relationships. But you have to tune in. You have to tune in first to your dreams. You have to tune into yourself. You need to kind of open up your heart space. You need to channel that kind of loving energy. If you want love, you have to become love. That's what they say, right? So you have to kind of tune in. You have to tune in and tune out the outside noises and dramas and all of those things, anxieties, all the worries. I feel like group number 1, you could be worriers, not warriors like fighters, but worriers. You could be nervous Nellies. You could be people who get very anxious when things are not going the way you would like them to, and you take things very seriously. You get hurt very deeply. You feel things very deeply, and it can kind of plague the rest of your life, your day-to-day life, just going to work when things are not working well in the love department, or with someone you love, or with someone who means a lot to you. It affects all the other facets of your life. Okay, so let's see some of the messages that could be being sent to you or channeled to you in your dreams with regards to love or matters of the heart. So it says, staying focused, hold the course. All right, first and foremost, what I believe in, this message is saying very strongly, is do not compromise. For some of you out there who are single, sometimes you could feel like, you know, I'm not meeting anybody, maybe I am meeting people, but I'm not meeting the right one. You know, maybe this guy or this girl or this person is nice and they look good and they have everything, but they're just missing that one thing that is kind of like a deal breaker for me. Don't settle. Keep looking. It is out there waiting for you. Stay the course, stay focused. Never settle and like give up on what it is you want with regards to your happiness because of time, because of peer pressure, or, you know, just feeling like you should be at a certain place at a certain point in your life. Let go of those things. Like I said, tune out and tune in. Continue to be true to yourself and what it is you want for your life. And the same thing goes for those of you who are in a relationship. You need to actually not be demanding, but be true to yourself and let your partner know what it is you expect from them, what it is you expect from a relationship, and what will make you feel fulfilled. Because they have to, you know, it has to be an exchange, an equal exchange. And just as you should be giving to them and filling their cup, they should be doing the same for you. Okay, so don't get discouraged. Don't feel like you need to compromise or you need to take less, like take any shorts from anybody else because of time or peer pressure. Just stick with what you believe in. Know your truth. Know what makes you happy, and stand firm in that. Hold your ground. But first, you got to figure out what makes you happy. You got to figure out what it is you want. You got to figure out what works with you. Who is compatible with you. What is a deal breaker for you? What, you know, like. You have to figure these things out for yourself. All right. And then you can know what to expect from others. All right. So this card says you're very close to achieving your goals. So, like I said, don't give up. Don't feel like, oh, you have to rush into a relationship. That's the worst thing to do. Make decisions based on time and, you know, you not having enough time, or everybody else is out there enjoying themselves. They're all booed up, or they're with their significant other, and you feel like the odd man out. Don't feel that. Don't succumb to that pressure because it's very close. You're very close to achieving your goal. Like I said here with the Ace of Water, the universe is ready to hand you your person. But you have to actually do some work first and get in touch with yourself so that you could put out there, you know, like manifest whatever it is you want. But you can only manifest what you want when you know what you want. So you got to get in tune with yourself. The next oracle card we have here is Stuck in the Mud. Okay, so like I was saying, you could be feeling like your situation is just like ho-hum, like it's everyday, same thing, nothing new, dating random people maybe, and nobody is just, you know, doing it for you. Or you could be in a relationship where, for example, or a marriage where you're doing the same thing all the time. You go to work, pay the bills, take care of the kids or whatever, and nothing is kind of spicing things up. Nothing is moving along. It's just the same thing day after day. Or you could be getting caught up in situations, because as I see the elephant here, it makes me think of memories. And you could be getting stuck in traumatic memories or things that have happened in your past, maybe in the relationship you're in now, and that's not letting you move forward with that person. It's kind of holding you back. Now is the time where you have to stay focused on what it is you want. The things that have happened to you in your past caused by this person, is it something you're willing to overlook and continue on with your relationship? Or do you find that like you can't let go of it and that's what's keeping you stuck in the same situation? That's up for you to decide, but you need to be true to yourself first and foremost and not worry about how anything looks or what people are going to think of you. You need to be true to yourself and make your decisions, okay? Yeah, and I also see this as a 24, which turns into a 6, which also tells me, yeah, we're talking about the home, we're talking about love, balance, harmony. You want to bring harmony back into your life. The energies are trying to let you know that you're very close to achieving that harmony and that balance with regards to matters of the heart. It's coming. So don't give up. Stay focused. Don't get impatient. Just keep paying attention to what it is you want for yourself. Okay, don't get distracted. Keep tunnel focused and don't waver. Stand your ground. Okay, so this card here says the River Queen. Flow letting go, natural movement. Yeah, so I'm seeing, first of all, a lot of water here. So we're definitely dealing with situations that are like, can be turbulent for you. And but the good thing about water is that water is not just one dimensional. Water comes in many different forms. So even though we can have water that can be really turbulent, and we can also have water that's very stagnant, but we could also have water that brings life. We could also bring water that soothes. We could also bring water that calms us. So yeah, they're telling you to let go. This card here says let go, like I was just talking about. You could be holding on to something that's stopping you from moving to that next step with the person you're in a relationship with. And something that could be holding you back on top of that could be something that happened to you in previous relationships or when you were younger, and that is what's making you kind of take it out on this relationship, or it's hindering you from moving forward in this relationship, or it's even stopping you from like being open enough to receive love in a relationship. They're asking you to like let go, and not force anything. Let go meaning do some work, do some self, reflection, take some time with yourself, and naturally work on your traumas or things that have happened in your childhood, things that you should fix, to kind of make it easier on yourself with regards to relationships, and make you have more fulfilling, long-lasting relationships, deeper relationships, and you won't be so scared to let people in. You'll be able to kind of, let down your guards a little bit, let down the ice, like break the ice, let the ice melt away and let people in. But you have to do some work. You have to get in touch with, it's the heart. The heart is what I'm thinking of. Get in touch with your heart chakra. See what you can do to try and open it up again. And here we have the River Queen card is a 36, which transforms to a 9. The 9 for me suggests that you're almost there. Like this other card says, you're very close to achieving your goal. You're almost there, guys. You're gonna find that relationship. It's being handed to you. You're gonna find that significant other, the right person. They're on their way. But just stay patient, do the work, and don't become your biggest obstacle with regards to finding love. All right, or with regards to bettering the relationship you're in now. All right, this card, see, I knew this was a love reading. I knew it. So this card says here, love is always the final and most complete cure to our inner demons. So like I was just talking about, I was mentioning some traumas that you may have gone through as a child or in last relationships, or you could have even gone through some hurt from the relationship, like the person you're in a relationship with right now. Maybe at the beginning of the relationship, things were kind of turbulent. You were getting to know each other. Maybe you both had some toxic behaviors that were not really good for the relationship, but you stayed together. And now maybe you can't get past some of that. Maybe there could have been some infidelity in the relationship and you can't really move forward. So they're asking you to get in touch with yourself, do some inner work to try and, if you choose to, if you think it's worth it, to try and let go of some of those demons that you're fighting with. And let go of those, let those kind of dissipate, those negative feelings, and love will be the thing that's left over for you to deal with. Okay? Yeah, this is definitely a love reading. All right, there you go. Family. This card says family. So, like I said at the beginning, we spoke about the number 6, signifying home and balance and family and love and those types of things. Some of you are just feeling a little bit off where your love relationships are concerned. It's just like, maybe things don't even necessarily have to be that turbulent sometimes. It's just like, it's not right. It's just something is missing. It's like maybe there's no excitement, there's no oomph. You wonder, like, is there anything better out there for me? That kind of thing. That is your decision to make at the end of the day. You have to decide if the relationship is for you, if you're in a relationship right now, and that they're telling you to make that decision on your own, but to do it for you and to do it for the right reasons, to stay focused with what it is you want for yourself, to clear up your little heart center there, which could be experiencing some blockages. And if you're in a relationship, they're just asking you to be true to yourself in the sense that figure out what it is that you want for yourself. Not necessarily what society says is right. Figure out what's right for you. What makes you tick? What makes you feel loved? What you feel is compatible with you? What type of person is compatible with you? What can they bring to the table? What will you bring to the table? I feel like this whole reading is really basically letting you know that love is on its way, and a better version of the love that you're receiving right now or giving is on its way, but you have to work to get it. It's not something that's just going to come. They want you to stay diligent, and they want you to work very, 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 very hard. They want you to work, not hard, they want you to be really focused on bettering yourself first, and something better will come to you after. After you better yourself, then the universe will hand you something even better than you could have ever imagined. Okay? The last oracle, no, not the last one. The next oracle card says, look at that, hibernation and regeneration. And look at this, it's so perfect. And then in the corners here, we have some green stones. And as you know, like the color for the heart chakra is either pink or green. So look for some pinks, some green stones that you can keep. It depends on what you resonate with. So look up, that's all over the internet. You can find green stones, crystals that you can hold dear to you to help you heal your heart. There's a lot of meditations you can do on YouTube that will help open up the heart center or the heart chakra, and help you kind of be ready to receive and to give love. Okay? It says hibernation and regeneration. So now is a good time. If you're dating, maybe hold off on the dating for a little while. Stay home, stay close to yourself, learn about yourself, be patient with yourself. If you're in a marriage, then it's okay. You obviously are not going to like pull away from that person, but just take some time to yourself every day if you can, even if it's 5 minutes, to, you know, kind of just gather yourself and talk to yourself, reason with yourself, figure out what you want for yourself. Sometimes that's the biggest problem too, is that not that things are not going the right way in our lives, but we don't necessarily know what we want for sure. We know what sounds good, but is that really what we want deep down inside? So we're putting out conflicting messages to the universe, you know, so in a sense, the universe doesn't quite know what to give back to you because you're asking for different things. Okay? And the last oracle card we have here for your reading, group number 1, is Love Charm. Love Charm. Guys, I just shuffled these cards in the beginning. I don't look at them until I read them because I want to get as surprised as you are. And so this one is perfect to sum up the reading. It's called Love Charm. Attract a lover, soulmate, or life partner. So for all my singles out there, this is your confirmation that you will attract a lover, a soulmate, or a life partner. And also, for those of you who are in a relationship already, it's just showing you that the person that you're with can be your soulmate. It can be a life partner. You just have to work on it. You just have to work on it if you feel that it's worth it. Okay, this is only if you feel that it's worth it. If you feel like this relationship is a write-off, then you know what you have to do, and then go out and seek love, healthy love, wholesome love elsewhere. But for those of you who want to stay in the relationship, this person is your soulmate. This person is your life partner. But you also need to do some work to not hinder that or to not put blockages in your own way. Okay? So group number 1, that's a very encouraging reading. Love is on the way. Do not get despondent. It will come to you. It will come to you. You don't even need to actively go out and search for it. You can just actually do the inner work, and eventually you'll open up and it will come to you. Okay, because that's what you'll be putting out there. You'll be able to clean away all of the clutter that's there from traumas, past traumas, or, you know, silly situations that have happened in your past that caused you hurt and pain. Once you get those things away, you'll leave enough space for the love to come rushing towards you. All right, group number 1. So don't lose hope. Don't lose faith. All is well, and things are going to change very soon. All right. So thank you so much, group number 1, for tuning in with me. I hope something I said today resonated with you in some way, shape, or form. Until we see each other again, guys. Bye. Peace. Peace, family. Thank you for tuning in with me today. For those of you who chose pile number 2, this is your reading. And as you well know, the topic today is just going to be messages from the energies that they're trying to send to you in your sleep. But maybe you're forgetting when you wake up, like most of us always do anyway, right? Like a lot of us, we can be having a good dream, then you wake up in the morning and you're like, oh my God, I can't remember what that dream was. It's like it just fades away, it just dissipates, you know? So these are the messages that you're going to be getting from those energies that they're trying to give you in your sleep, but you keep missing it for some reason or another. All right, so first, or we'll start with the tarot cards, okay? The first card we have here is the Tower. The second card we have is the Page of Water. And the third card we have here is Transformation. Okay, wow. Okay, so this is wow. All right, so during your sleep, right away what I see is some of you could be having or going through maybe the dark night of the soul. You could be going through situations where it's like everything seems to be falling down around you. You can't get your footing because things are just not working for you. And it's like no matter what you put your hands on, it feels like it's crumbling. And, you know, you're having a rough time in life. You can't catch a break. You could be having those types of feelings, group number 2. What the energies are letting you know is that change is coming. And sometimes that destruction has to happen for new energy to come into your life. You know, sometimes old things need to be wiped away and erased for new things to come in, new life to blossom. All right, so they're trying to tell you, don't lose hope, don't lose faith. All right, don't feel like it's you. It's not you. This has to happen so that you can grow, so that you can learn, and so that you can live and lead a more fulfilling life. Okay, and you can gather so much wisdom from that hardship, right? From losing everything or losing some important things to you or what you thought was important. Sometimes it helps you to gain so much wisdom that now when you're starting to rebuild and make a new life for yourself, you handle things so differently because of that knowledge that you've gained from all of those tough times, right? So, so the energies are also letting you know that you are now going to, after all that hard stuff happens and you've learned and you've cried and you've, punched the wall or you've, been devastated and felt like, okay, what am I going to do now? In comes the new light and you are going to soon have and live a reality that you are going to be in awe of. You're going to be in awe of yourself. You're going to be in awe of the way you handle things, the way you respond to things. You're going to be in awe of how you can pick yourself up and make something out of your situation. It's just going to look, everything is going to look so different to you after you've kind of hit that rock bottom. And it doesn't have to be like rock bottom, like everything is, going horribly for you. But some of you could be in a situation where it's like, shoot, I was okay not too long ago, and then all of a sudden things start to feel like they hit a downward slope. That's okay. You know what? Don't fight it. Don't struggle, because sometimes the struggle makes it worse. Just accept it for what it is. Work through it. Cry, scream, do whatever it is you have to do, and let it dissipate, let it calm, and then slowly you'll start to rebuild. And once you rebuild, once you get to that point, doesn't even have to be when you get to a goal, when you get to the finish line. No, in the process of rebuilding, you're going to be looking around and saying, wow, you know what? I love myself. I got through something that could have knocked down so many other people, right? And in the meantime, I'm rebuilding. I'm making a better life for myself. I'm seeing the positive in a negative situation. I'm a soldier. You're going to have such a new love and new appreciation for who you are and what you can accomplish and what you can withstand in this life. All right? Transformation. This card here shows me that It's almost like, I'm thinking of the concept of like a caterpillar and a butterfly. You go into a situation and you think this is your reality. Okay, I'm a caterpillar. This is what caterpillars do. I'm doing caterpillar things. And then all of a sudden you go into a cocoon. That's a different reality. You're saying, okay, I'm in a cocoon. Why am I in a cocoon? This is weird. I used to like my life before. I was walking around eating all the leaves I wanted to. Now I'm stuck in a cocoon. This is uncomfortable for me. This is not what I'm used to. Not knowing that what's waiting for you on the other side of that cocoon. On the other side of that cocoon, not only are you going to become just more beautiful to even look at, but you're going to be able to fly. You're going to be able to soar. You're going to become a different type of person than you were prior to that period of destruction, or like everything that you once knew, now it looks different, you know? So have no fear. Don't feel despondent. Yes, fear is there. All of those emotions, those human emotions, are a natural occurrence. So go through the emotions, allow them to happen, because it's natural, and that's where the learning takes place. All right, I could go on for all day with this, so let me just get into the oracle cards. This one says, view from above. Get the big picture. So wasn't I just talking about the butterfly being able to fly now? Now that also means that you get to gain a different perspective from what you're used to. If you're used to just crawling on the ground, once you can fly now, you can see things from above, you get a different perspective, you get to see the big picture, and things don't look as dire to you. You don't feel so small, like everything is happening to you. Once you try and look at the bigger picture and sit back and say, okay, well, this is not as bad as it could be. Maybe I could do this to fix this situation. And just the fact that you're actually thinking it through, how you can make things better without freaking out, like being able to gather yourself and say, okay, I'm going to fix this situation this way. That in itself is something to be proud of, because not everybody can do that. So group number 2, the energies are asking you to please just take time with yourself. If you're going through a particularly rough time, acknowledge that rough time for what it is. Feel no shame about how you're feeling. Acknowledge your feelings as well. Sit with your feelings. Sit with the darkness. That's okay, because after the darkness is going to come the light, and you are going to be better off for it. All right, so the end of a tough cycle continues. The end of a tough cycle approaches. Okay, so that's just letting you know, guys, that whatever's happening in your life, please stay the course, okay? Don't give up. Don't succumb to any negative feelings or low-level energies that will come to you because, you know, you're feeling like things are not working for you right now. It's almost over. It's almost over. Like I was just telling you about the butterfly. I was getting that analogy about, you know, the butterfly, the caterpillar turning into the butterfly. The caterpillar doesn't necessarily know what's awaiting him, right? And when he goes into the cocoon, he may feel like things are over for him, not knowing what's waiting for him on the other side. So please, it says here, the end of a tough cycle approaches. Don't give up. Things are getting better. They are getting better right now. All right. So number 5. Next oracle card. It's goblins. So goblins suggest to me that, you know, things feel more scary than they really are for you. That's why you're being asked to look at the bigger picture, look from above down into the situation, maybe take a step back from your whole situation, and you'll see that it's not as dire as it could be. And there are things that you yourself can fix, maybe even right now, to make your situation look better or more promising. So goblins, those types of scary feelings, you know, you need to kind of let those go so that you can think rationally about your situation, okay? Because when you are hyper and overly emotional about something in your life, you're not going to be able to think clearly about how to better your situation, how to change it. All right, so the next oracle card is the Lady of the Gift. Generosity, receiving, and withholding. The Lady of the Gift. All right, so you are going to be receiving some kind of peace, some kind of solace, some kind of safe haven. That's going to be coming to you at some point in time. If you're feeling unsafe, if you're feeling like there's no stability in your life, you have no security, something or someone will be coming to you soon. Some situation will come to you soon that will help, even if it doesn't, fix the whole problem. In between, while you're in that cocoon stage, something will come to you, someone will come to you, it could be either or, that will help you kind of deal with the problem and understand that the problem is not as bad as it feels or as it seems. You'll have somebody or a situation that will come in and that will just one day, oh my God, that something will happen and it'll be like, oh my God, okay, this is not as bad as it seems. I'm not alone after all. There are people who want me to succeed, who want me to win. All right? So this is just basically, this reading is a reading of hope. This is a reading of not giving up and understanding that all the trials, all the difficulties, all the traumas, unfortunately, that you have gone through are there for your betterment, because that is when you learn the most, when you go through the tough times. Okay? When things are always perfect, you don't learn. It's in the darkness. That's when you look forward to seeing the light, right? That's when you can appreciate the light. Okay, the next oracle card says, the joyous masters know that amid all the chaos and conflict, all the hurry and wickedness of the world, there is something solid within that is beautiful and steady and good. So I was just telling you that. Something is going to come to you guys throughout all the darkness in your life, all of the trials, all of the hard times, that is going to help remind you of that there's something solid within that is beautiful and steady and good. Something within you that is strong enough to overcome these obstacles that are in your life. It's not going to knock you down. You just have to change your perspective. Okay? The next oracle card says boundaries. Wow. Boundaries. Okay, so some of the situations, some of you could be in pile number 2, is that you're going through rough times because you're not setting enough boundaries with the people who are in your life, and they could be taking advantage of you, and then you end up feeling depleted, and then you end up being in a bad situation that you are left to pick up the pieces at the end of all of that. So they're asking you, set some boundaries with those people. There's no problem in doing that. Okay, set boundaries for your own good, for your own safety, for your own peace of mind, for your own protection. You have to set some boundaries with those who are around you, especially when you're trying to heal from a tough situation. People don't always respect other people's boundaries, even if they are going through a tough time. They're not always like considerate of that fact. And like I see here, she's meditating right now and she's talking about boundaries. So what I get from that is you are trying to heal from anything that has caused you pain, emotional pain, mental anguish, that type of stuff. And while you are healing, you need to make sure that the people in your life respect those boundaries. Like, for example, if you are grieving the loss of a loved one, you need to let people know that you will grieve in your own way. They cannot come in and tell you, oh, you're still grieving? Why are you grieving? It's been this long. Shouldn't you be able to like get up and let's go out somewhere? You shouldn't be. No, you need to tell them to back off and that you are going to grieve the way you see fit until that changes. But they need to respect your boundaries and kind of butt out. Okay? So the next oracle card is, I knew this was going to show up, gratitude and thanks. And I don't know if you can see it, but in the picture there are a bunch of what? Butterflies, right? And we were talking about butterflies. We were talking about transformation, going from the little creepy caterpillar to this beautiful butterfly soaring high in the air, being able to look down on your situation and learn from it and see from the bigger picture. And here it says gratitude and thanks. So at the end of the day, like I was saying, as hard as it is to swallow for everybody, because we all go through hard times, sometimes going through a hard time is for your own betterment, and you don't realize that until you get through the hard time. So after all of this, after all is said and done, when everything around you has crumbled to the ground and you feel like you have nothing else left to give, and you feel like the world is conspiring against you, after all of that, when you finally get a chance to pick yourself back up and you become a better version of yourself than you were before, you will have such a great sense of gratitude. You will be so thankful for the situations in your life who make you who you are, right? Because without them, you would be like not even half the person you are today. Okay, so just remember that you will get to a point, it maybe seems kind of far-fetched, but you will get to a point where you'll be so grateful for all of the hardships in your life because they will make you the amazing person that you end up being. All right, and the last oracle card we have here is Little Luxuries. Generates luxurious experiences and surroundings. Little luxuries. So like I said, something or someone is going to come in and kind of give you a little break, a little reprieve from the toughness and the hard, cold life and experiences that maybe you're going through at this point in time. Something is going to come to just give you a little glimmer, a little glimmer of hope that will make you feel encouraged to keep going. Okay, so look out for that. Little luxuries, like I said, little tiny things. It doesn't have to be a big grandiose thing that's going to make you feel encouraged. It could be little tiny things. Okay, so look out for that, guys. Please see things from a different perspective and see that life doesn't always stay the same. Just as things are not always good, things are not always bad. So any tough times you're going through now, know that great transformation is happening and you will soon be on the other side. As we see here, this card says the end of a tough cycle approaches. So if that's not encouragement for you to keep fighting the good fight, then I don't know what is. All right. Group number 2, thank you so much for sticking with me through this reading. I pray that all goes well for you. And I hope something I said today resonates with you. I wish you all the best. Thanks for tuning in, guys. Bye. Peace, family. For those of you who chose pile number 3, this is your reading. As we well know, this is just a message that the energies send to you in your dreams, but you might be missing them. Like most people, when you wake up, you could be forgetting your dreams, right? Like, that happens to me all the time. I'm having a good dream, and then when I wake up in the morning, I completely forget it. So first and foremost, I just want to encourage you to try and get a dream journal where you write down your dreams. And if you do that for, like, let's say 30 days, for example, two things are going to happen. Either you're going to start getting good at remembering your dreams better, at least, or you're going to start being able to see a pattern in your dreams, and then you're going to be able to decipher the messages that are being sent to you. So I'm just here to send the message to you, to relay the message that you may be missing from the energies, okay? And you decide what energies those are, depending on who you resonate with, and depending on what the message is, you could even decipher who it is, what energy is sending you what message, okay? So let's start with the tarot cards. We have the 8 of Air. We have the Page of Earth. And we have the Hanged Man. All right, so right off the bat, I'm seeing here that I'm getting the feeling that the message that's coming through to you today is coming from an ancestor or a guide, someone that is close to you, because I think what they're trying to tell you is that things are not what you think they are. And no matter, you could be going through a tough situation, or maybe you have a certain view of yourself. Maybe that's something that you've acquired over the years. Maybe you've been around people who are kind of toxic or negative towards you and made you think poorly of yourself. Could be things that happened in your childhood. Maybe you have a sense of you can't achieve certain things, that type of mindset that, other people, things are available to other people, but not you for some reason. I feel like it could be that kind of you could be living in a lack mindset, or just feeling like you are not deserving of a lot of the wonderful things that are out there. You'll see other people getting, wonderful things handed to them or achieving amazing things, and you feel like for some reason you are exempt from that. You will not be able to achieve such wonderful things in your life. So what the energies are letting you know, first of all, is that that's not true. They're asking you to take a step back and really look around yourself and be able to appreciate what it is you have in this life, right? Look at yourself and look at your situation, your surroundings with a new set of eyes, if that's possible, and begin to manifest. Manifestation, group number 3, you need to get into the law of attraction. You need to get into things like The Secret. You need to get into matters dealing with energies so that you can see that the universe is abundant and energy is abundant, and it's there whether you choose to interact with it or not. It's interacting with you. So the energies are asking you to take a step back, look at your situation, look at your life. Why is it not the way you want it to be? And is it really what you think? Like, if you're really thinking that you have a horrible life, is that really the situation? Look at your situation through clear eyes, and view things for what they really are. And once you can do that, then you hop on the manifestation game. Now you can actually make things the way you want them to be. But first, you have to be able to see things for what they truly are. And then that takes a lot of work too, because you have to change your mindset. You have to change your mindset. You have to do a lot of affirmations, saying who you are, reminding yourself who you are, how great you are, what you can achieve in life. And then, boom, then you charge through and you try and make your life what it is you want it to be through manifestation. All right. So this card says, traveling lightly, simplify your life. Like I said, take a proper stock of what your life really is about. Sit down, and instead of thinking like you usually do, maybe on the negative side, just take a step back for a minute, look at things, meditate on things, maybe even ask for guidance from your ancestors or your spirit guides. Ask them to help you have clear vision and clear sight about what's really going on around you. And once you do that, things will simplify. That's what you need in your life. That's the kind of energy you need to deal with to start manifesting. You need to simplify, make things very straightforward, very simple, not too complicated, not too messy, not too busy. You have to kind of simplify your life, simplify your thought process and your thought patterns, and then you can make the kind of life you want. But first, you need to backtrack a bit, and you need to fix the way you think. Easier said than done, I know that, but a lot of us have negative views of the world, negative views of ourselves. We need to kind of erase those things, okay? We need to deal with that, wonder why we think the way we do. You can even go and get professional help with that. There's no harm in that, and there's no shame with that either. But that lack mindset, the negative view of ourselves, those things, they have to go, because like group number 3, you're going to be great manifestors, but you can't do that if you're thinking negatively about yourself and what you're capable of. Right? Okay, the next oracle card says, expect powerful change. Powerful change. So once you, okay. So first of all, let me just go here. When I see this card, guys, I don't want to hold this back, but make this go on too long. But this is a new moon eclipse. So you see the eclipse here. You see the big dark shadow in the front, and you see the light behind it. That's you. Okay, so your negative thoughts of yourself and what you can achieve in life is this big dark circle here. But really, who you really are is this beautiful bright light behind. So stop hindering yourself. Stop hindering yourself. Stop looking at yourself in a negative way. See yourself for the amazing light in this world that you really, truly are. Okay, the next oracle card here says, Field of Dreams. Field of Dreams. Okay, that is like piggybacking off of the manifestation that I was telling you about. Whatever it is you can conceive of is something you definitely can achieve. So work on getting rid of the nasty, negative mindset that you have. I feel like group number 3, whatever's causing you any anguish is self-inflicted, meaning you're holding your own self back. Not that negative things haven't happened to you that give you that negative mindset in the first place. Oh, I'm sure it has. But you are the one now who needs to do the work. You are now responsible for how you are going to view your world, what you're going to achieve in your life. You have to be responsible now and held accountable. Are you going to let this thing ruin you? Are you going to let it hold it back from are you going to let those negative experiences hold you back from who you really are? Now the onus is on you. The negative things that have happened to you at the hands of other people in your past, that's on them. But now it's on you. The responsibility lies on you now to actually do something about your situation, to bring in more. And you're capable of it, group number 3. Very, very capable. I feel like some of you in group number 3 are very creative as well. Use your creativity to actually work through a lot of the negative feelings that you feel for yourself. Or if you don't think you're creative, maybe explore some creative things and hobbies to bring into your life so that you can kind of erase a lot of the negative feelings that you have of what you're capable of. Okay, so this card says the Sun Dancers, joyful activity, celebration of life, and abundance. So I was just talking about being creative. So some of you can get into dancing. It says joyful activity. Do what makes you feel happy. Once you're doing something that makes you feel happy, that's when you accomplish more. That's when you're even better at it. Once you get better at something, you build your confidence. Once you build your confidence, then you have a different view of yourself. Once you have a different view of yourself, you see how powerful you truly are. That's when you can start to manifest and command. Okay, group number 3, you have to get back in touch with your own personal power. All right, so the next oracle card says we gain power. I just said power. We gain power from again and again allowing ourselves to choose the kind of recklessness that allows us to be vulnerable, genuine, and brave in pursuit of our dreams. So we have a lot of cards talking about dreams here. So dreams, meaning whatever it is you desire, whatever it is you want in your life, you are capable of having it. With this Hangman, I feel like you've been sitting back too long, group number 3, and putting yourself like at a disadvantage and saying like, oh, those people are achieving those things. Yeah, they're good at it. They're talented. I'm not talented like that. So you've just been letting life pass you by. You are talented. You are just as talented as they are, but you need to erase and get rid of, let go of, release those negative ways of feeling about yourself. Pick up something that's going to make you happy. Where does your happiness lie? What makes you feel full, fulfilled, joyful, free, light, uninhibited? Pick that up and start doing it. If it's painting, drawing, dancing, writing, singing, poetry, whatever, whether you think you're good at it or not, doesn't matter. At this point, you just need to pick something up that's going to put that passion back into your system so that you can feel confident enough to manifest a new reality. All right? So the next card we have here is grieving. All right, so it's going to take a little while. This whole like, well, it may not take a while, but it's going to take some work because sometimes when you're used to living a certain way, when change, the opportunity for change is right in front of you, it takes a while because you have to actually grieve the person you used to be, right? You have to first come to terms with the fact that, okay, I'm not this person anymore. I have to let go of that person. And sometimes that's our comfort zone. No matter how toxic it is or what a hindrance it is to us, that's our comfort zone. So they're asking you to, grieve that whole loss of your old self, come to terms with it, make peace with it. That's okay. That's part of the process. Okay? But put it to rest. That way that you view yourself. Now is the time to switch it up completely. You got to start from like ground zero and you got to switch it up. The way you're thinking about yourself has not been helping you at all, okay? It's been to your disadvantage, so you need to change that. You are manifestors, but you can't be a manifestor when you think that you're not worthy of it or capable of it, right? Okay, so the next oracle card says water magic. All right, so water magic, group number 3. Take some spiritual baths. Go in your bathtub, put rose petals in it. You can put wonderful crystals around it. You can burn incense, play music, put low lighting, or even go in a shower. And as the water washes over you, you imagine all of your insecurities, your inhibitions, traumas, negative feelings, just washing down the drain, right? You can go outside. You can do meditation by a large body of water. That brings so much peace. You also should drink more water too. Because what we ingest also becomes what we are. Drink more water, less pop, less alcohol, less juice. And also be like water. Flow with the situation. Don't fight it, don't force it, don't struggle. Receive every pain, every uncomfortable feelings that you're feeling. Just accept it because being uncomfortable means that there's growth happening. Okay? And you're growing by sloughing off layers of yourself that were actually holding you back. Now is the time to get moving, group number 3. Now is the time to get your butt in action. You've been sitting back too long and letting everybody get ahead of you and everybody pursue their life dream and explore their passions, and you've been holding yourself back. That needs to stop. All right? And so the last oracle card we have for group number 3 is Philosopher's Stone. What? Guys, listen, I just shuffle these cards. I don't even look at them until you see them. Okay? This is the first. That's why I'm always so surprised by the cards, because I meditate over them, I shuffle them, I sage them, and I just make the separate piles, and then I do my recording. This one says Philosopher's Stone, powerful manifestation of wishes and goals by harnessing universal energy. Like, if this doesn't sum up the whole reading so well, you are manifestors, group number 3. In each reading, I usually find one group that are the manifestors. You are the manifestors. This is that reading. You are powerful and you can manifest any dreams. See, like I was talking about lots of dreams. We're talking about wishes and goals. You just got to harness your universal energy. So harness the power within. Get in touch with, tap into, tune into the manifesting beast that you are. But first you got to backtrack and do the work. Release anything that could be holding you back in your life. Stop just sitting there and watching everybody else achieve what they want in life, and you're the last man standing, you're the odd man out, and feeling like they're capable of it, they're deserving of it, and you're not for some reason. That needs to stop. All right? Come to terms with the old self dying off, the old ways of dealing with things. Say goodbye to those ways of dealing with things and that way of doing things. You need to embrace a new way of living, a new way of thinking, new perspectives, okay? And understanding that your wildest dreams are available to you, not just to everybody else. They're there for you, there for the taking, okay? Stop putting yourself at a disadvantage and pick up any hobbies, any things that you're interested in, anything that can become your passion. Try them. Why not? You may not be the best at it, but it could be something even, or you may be the best at it, but even if you're not, it could be something that just boosts your energy and your confidence within. Okay, group number 3, you are powerful. You are powerful. You don't even realize how powerful you are, but you are powerful, and you will see that. You just have to believe in yourself. Okay, get rid of the negative thoughts of yourself. Do your daily affirmations, telling yourself in the mirror how beautiful you are, how worthy you are, how capable you are. Okay, and anything that's happened to you in your past is something that maybe you couldn't control, or if you could, now you know better, so you're going to do better. And watch the manifestations, watch the abundance just start flowing towards you, but you first have to know you're worthy of it. Okay, group number 3, we have lots of 3s coming up here, lots of 3s, which suggests to me, be creative. Be creative with your dreams as well, what it is you want for yourself in your life. Think up your wildest dreams and watch it come true. All right? So I wish you all the best, group number 3. This was an amazing reading. I wish you all the best. Thank you so much for tuning in with me today. I hope something I said resonated with you. Until we see each other again, guys, bye.